James R. Fitzgerald is now a retired FBI agent, former
Damn.
criminal profiler.
Okay, well, never mind. Maybe he does know this, because he just comes out and says, the Unabomber was an incel. And I'm like, that's right. He was listening to Andrew Tate from the future going, these fucking women.
The city of Oklahoma is the problem.
This city. This place isn't even big enough to be called a fucking state. We must...
It's a city. I meant to say Oklahoma
City.
But,
okay, see, I knew what you meant, but I was just like, these frontier people, boomer sooners as they like to be called, deserved to be scalped.
Right. Okay, I pipe up his Wikipedia, so as we read whatever article you have up, I can't wait to talk about it. By the way, I just posted a joke about the Unabomber today because I made a reel, and there's a picture of me I took when I worked for the tree service, and I looked straight like the Unabomber when I was going to the bathroom one day. And I just snapped a picture of myself, and it looks like the sketch drawing of the Unabomber.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, and guys, here I am. I am from the future.
I also want to point out, before we slander Ted Kaczynski,
what is it? Libels written, slander spoken?
I don't know. Before we slander this man's name and throw him on, I just would like to point out he was also part of the MK Ultra studies done by the CIA,
which was a mind-blowing experience for all parties involved.
Right. So if he transcended pussy by becoming an incel due to MK Ultra, I'm just saying that's on the CIA.
Yeah, them pushing that abstinence period was really fucked up.
And honestly, you can't even chalk it up to MK Ultra's fault for making him a incel. You had what's his fucking nuts?
Manson.
Manson, yeah. He had a harem of bitches.
Yeah, but did you see
LSD
the dude
made
as he
him
got arrested?
fuck.
Manson was a piece.
Yeah.
I was amazed. That's the first time I just saw it today, tying in all this shit, and I go, holy fuck. No wonder.
Yeah, and then you see Ted Kaczynski's face, and you're just like, oh my.
Yeah, no, yeah,
You know
dude.
what Ted looks like?
He was the other side of the coin, man. His face, he looks like he got the Cro-Magnon DNA exclusively.
Look at that forehead, dude. He does cave paintings in his cell.
Dude, that car insurance ad with the caveman ripped off his image. Like, it's fucking just rancid.
Bombing Oklahoma City. So easy, a caveman could do it. And he used car bombs, so it makes sense that he was the...
You want a Miata? I can get you a Miata cheap.
You heard it here first, folks. Geico used Ted Kaczynski as their spokesperson.
Oh, what's Flo going to do next?
Oh, my God. He was also a mathematics professor, which I always find hilarious.
Oh, it's always the quiet ones.
Okay, so I have to. They claim this guy's claiming that he's an incel. I love when people also come out afterwards, after they've worked these cases, because he was the one who arrested and convicted Ted Kaczynski, according to this Wikipedia.
Okay,
it's the first thing in his bio.
Oh, that's because that was his first case as a profiler after he graduated from the FBI's profiling school, which is hilarious because that just sounds like a paper pusher. Profiling school.
It also sounds like you're really good at being racist. This guy's a profiler.
What do you
what
do?
I mean? Wink and a nod.
What are you listening to? I can tell what you are. What?
Yeah, he's also from Philadelphia, James R. Fitzgerald. So,
fun
fact.
Oh, he already hates you.
Yeah,
Niners fan. I know what type of person you are.
That's why he actually arrested Manson, because he was out in California rooting for the Niners. He was like, "Get that fucking guy."
What? You're gonna be odd and say you like the Oakland Raiders?
Yeah. Manson just Raider Nation.
One day we'll have the most athletic person ever known to man.
One day the Raiders are going to go to Las Vegas. Sure, Manson.
Sure. And next thing you know, you're going to say weed's going to be legal. Manson's actually just a prophet.
I think it. I don't have to do it. I just think it.
I think it, and it materializes.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's find out. I'm sorry. I could go off on schizophrenic Manson predictions forever.
Dude, no, it's just funny because he goes off saying he's an incel, and so when they were looking into theories, they began by profiling Dungeon and Dragon players.
Are you telling me the FBI knew what incels were
In the
back
70s?
in the 70s already?
Yeah, 90s. No, they had a very good understanding in the 90s. In the 70s, they're like, I think we got something.
Yeah. Turns out some of these squares ain't fucking.
And they're not religious either.
Yeah. They don't want to hang out with these hippy dippy types and go around fucking in the
We don't know what to
mud
call them.
and
They're not checking
Woodstock.
any of these boxes in this profiler's case.
Yeah. It's like they're like some kind of nerd or something.
It's like a bunch of dorks got together and made a covenant.
And they're the ones who call us pencil necks. Can you believe
Can
this?
you believe it? And they play the game Dungeons and Dragons? A bit on the nose, right? They live in a dungeon, basically.
Okay, so they started profiling Dungeon and Dragon players,
Yep.
and that's when we decided to make them cool as fuck and get them into the MK Ultra program.
That's right. If they could roll 2 20s in a row on that fucking weird dice, it's just like, we gave them mushrooms.
We gave them a spell. Here's a potion.
What's this
to
spell
help
do?
that raises your
Well, if you eat this spell,
raises your mana.
if you eat this spell, you can taste color.
Your craft, well, if you eat this, it'll make your crafting go up by 6 points, Ted. And that's why Ted overdosed, and his crafting got real good.
And later, Ted became known as the alias Picasso Jr. So another looking at a former and present military and law enforcement who had bomb making experience, so they isolated that.
Mm-hmm.
And there were those who thought this.
How do you have prior bomb-making experience as a domestic terrorist?
I don't know, but they tried to pin.
How do you?
They tried to pin it on the Zodiac killer at first.
Oh, nice. Well, that's easy because then you could be like, "Oh man, we haven't found that guy yet."
We don't know.
I mean,
This month, I just know that Leos are attracted to Libras for some reason. I think they're fucked.
dude, that's such like top-notch FBI work. That's them like wanting to pass the buck and not actually do,
Yep.
like they didn't want to look into it. Like, oh, do we have to look at domestic terrorism again? I'm trying to get crack into the neighborhoods.
Damn it. Yeah, exactly. Have Ted do it. Ted's giving mushrooms out again? Oh, why does he get the good one? Okay, what month am I? Sagittarius? Fuck.
I do want to also preface this, Nathan, as we go deeper into this article. It turns out, too, that Mr. James R. Fitzgerald might have some motivation to be doing this. You see, he also was producing and a co-host of a few TV shows after his FBI days. So he's in the entertainment realm now.
Oh, so everything's fixed.
Yeah. So now you can all of a sudden expose the the truth. Now that you get ratings.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw a spaceship, and little Gimlick came out and told us how to cure cancer. So my favorite thing is, one of the little deals is we figured out he was probably single, but if he was married, it was a relationship in which he didn't talk to his wife much. It's like, I'm home, give me a beer, and just sat. It was basically what they're describing as Al Bundy.
Just
I'm going to the
I just
basement,
want to watch
Peg.
the game, Peg.
Tough day selling shoes, Peg.
Hey, Peg, do you have any extra hairspray? I need to use it for a thing I'm doing downstairs. Making pipe bombs with. That's actually the perfect cover. Al Bundy's like wife's hair required so much hairspray. Of course, he was using it to build bombs.
AC's going low, Peg. I need some Freon.
He didn't like what the modern world like of MTV was doing to his daughter.
These
That's
music
why he
videos are
promoted-
shit. They're just rotting people's brains. I'll show them.
Yeah. Being a shoe salesman, that's a perfect cover. Nobody's coming into a shoe store. You can build stuff in the back.
Yeah.
Al Bundy might have been a domestic terrorist.
He almost became the shoe bomber.
Yeah. I actually saw a great, and you know what? There is the perfect motivation. I saw it the other day. It was a clip from this, and this is probably what got Ted radicalized. Is it's a scene where Al Bundy's walking through like a political like rally kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and one person's like, "Hey, Mister, do you want to sign a petition to help the environment, or whatever?" And he's like, "I'm sorry, I don't speak English," and he keeps
Oh
walking.
yeah,
and
yeah, I
then
saw
one guy,
that.
yeah, and the guy's like, "Hey, buddy, you know they're about to raise our taxes on our beer by a nickel? Well, that's outrageous."
You want to hear the history of beer?
Yes, I do.
You-
You want to have a beer?
Yeah, he grabs two.
You want to have some MK Ultra? Which, by the way, MK Ultra is what I'm going to start calling Michelob Ultra. Let me get an MK Ultra.
I can't wait till you get some person that's deep and just like, yeah, wait, what? It just,
Did you just say what I think? Like I trigger somebody and like get them out of.
how much you want? Just like, whoa. How much you got?
What is my main objective? He's turned into a sleeper cell.
Hell yeah.
Oh fuck.
That'd be great.
Oh,
do you-
man. Ted Kaczynski being Al Bundy rules. I'm so excited.
I can't wait to hear you're like I was in the show and somebody Tanya Harding somebody after I said I just ordered 2 MK Ultras.
Who is it?